This is Akashvani. Time for a weekly program, Our Guest. I hand over the mic to the show host, Nitish Arora, for the same.
Today is National Farmers Day. Honestly speaking, I would always say that the best profession is farming, and wherever human race has reached, its seeds were sown by the farmers. Till the time farming came, we were only food gatherers, we were only hunters, we were not even settlers. And when farming came, everything came. That is why farming is very important. Unfortunately, many youngsters are dissuaded from taking up farming nowadays. There could be many reasons, but then there are some trendsetters. I have one such progressive farmer with me, Manish Bharati from Meerut. Manish ji, welcome to our program on this day of National Farmers Day.
Thank you very much, Nitish.
Let us know from you. You have done your MBA, you did a marketing job also, and then finally you said, no, farming. Why farming?
Well, that's there in my DNA. See, I belong to an agriculture family. My ancestors were into agriculture. I'm from a Zamindar family, you can say that, because ages old, my grandfather, my forefathers, they were into agriculture. My village is very close to Meerut. It is hardly 14 kilometers. My grandfather, he also became a very active role in independence of India, and he was by ideology, he was a socialist and a close associate to Lohiaji. And he has his own political journey. He became an MLC, then he became an MP from Meerut. I never stayed in town or city. Since my childhood till the time I did my MBA, I was residing in my village only, my ancestral village, Arnavli. When I was in Delhi and I was doing a job for one of the company, I never felt like at home. And after doing a job, that was very clear to me that like this is not my place, to be honest. And in 1997, I decided to go back and engage myself into the farming business. As I did my MBA in marketing, I know the core problems that agriculture was facing. One of them was marketing agriculture products. And at that time, I remember we were into floriculture in 92 in fact. We have started cultivating flowers. Mainly we were into the cultivation of gladulus and rajnigandha.
But that was also very progressive in those days. And these are the flowers.
Yeah, actually, this whole thing comes from as I said, it has come from my DNA. My grandfather, he was a very progressive farmer.
True, I understand that. But many people who are having farming in their DNA have left farming for greener pastures.
I think because my grandfather, my father, and me too, we are more concerned about the agrarian society. So for me, it is very important to understand agriculture, do agriculture in practice. I'm a practicing farmer. I'm not a person who is not a practicing farmer.
So 1992, your parents, your grandfather and your father were doing floriculture, and then you came with your MBA marketing degree in 1992.
Yeah.
What changes you brought into that?
Yeah, see, before 97, we were selling the entire our flowers in Delhi market. And unfortunately, at that time, there was no organized market for flowers selling in Delhi itself, and opposite that Hanuman Mandir, CP par. And we used to bring our flowers daily from our village, and on the roadside we stand there. It's a sort of a market, open market.
The CP.
In CP, and we used to sell our flowers from 4 o'clock in the morning till 9:30. Because at 10 o'clock, the MCD gadis come and take away all the flowers because it's an unauthorized market.
The routine market.
Not a regular market for flowers to sell. We were selling that way. And as I say, I belong to Meerut. Meerut was not that big city where the entire flower...
The cosmetic flowers will sell.
We can sell all the entire production there. So we have to look for the Delhi market. And in 97, when I came back from Delhi after leaving my job, I go back. Well, father was a little disturbed. He said, okay, you're doing did your MBA and you're doing so good in the job. Why you left it? I said, no, I don't want
to. So your father never wanted you to come back and do the farming?
The only thing is that he was a little concerned because he was struggling.
Okay.
So he was a little apprehensive on that. And then I started my small proprietor firm. And I come up with a concept of selling flowers to the household in Meerut.
Okay.
every household, whether it's a big or small, whether it's a low income group or a high income group, everybody in India, every household has, buy a flower vase, but every time those flower vases are empty. You go to any place, you find them empty without any flowers. So I thought, okay, let me do one thing. I give this option to the city of Meerut, the
Lovely.
people of Meerut.
Uh-huh.
I bring the flowers to your home.
Pretty progressive at that time. 1997.
And in 97, I started this concept.
Okay.
And we chosen twice a week. And
How
I
was
told
this?
them, okay, like the newspaper bill, if you spend 300 rupees a month, I'll give you fresh flowers from my farm twice a week.
Wow.
And I got a very good response. I'm very thankful and grateful to the people of Meerut. They showed that confidence in me. And that's how it's all started in 1997.
That was rather out of box kind of thinking. And I think right now also what we need is that youngsters who want to come to farming sector think something out of box.
They have to. There is no other way. There is no other way. You have to see. You have to work on both the things. You have to see the traditional things. You have to value them. You have to try to evaluate some. And from those older things, older concepts, you have to draw new things. And if you have something new, people appreciate that.
So then the rocket was launched in 1997 with the
97.
flowers to the household. Lovely. concept.
I sell flowers to the household on a monthly basis, twice a week. So eventually, slowly and gradually, that concept started with flower delivery for homes. Then I get into the business of bouquets, and then I become an event manager, and we start doing weddings and personal functions on a bigger scale. And then in 2010, we conceived the idea to get into a dairy business.
Dairy business.
Yeah, and we do an R&D. I visited almost more than 50-60 farms in Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, and very few in UP also. And in 2014, we started our dairy.
So now
And
you are
we
into
switch
dairy?
we switch from floriculture when we become a dairy farmer. When I started a new venture, I start telling my customers that okay, now from flowers now we are shifting to dairy. So I started the dairy thing, and we launched our own brand. To my knowledge, I was the first farmer in UP. To my knowledge, I don't claim it. Who had started his own poly pouch in 2014.
Okay, for supply of milk.
For the supply of milk, because the idea was that when we were doing the R&D for the dairy sector, there are few things which come to our knowledge that people, especially in milk, don't trust anyone. People don't believe. Basically, there is a trust deficit in the industry, because every time somebody get a milk, people look at it with a very suspicious eye. They find कि okay, ये adulteration होगा इसमें, there might be something wrong in the milk. The quality is not good. So our vision was very clear on that. That we first thing that we want to assure that we want all our customer to be very sure on the quality and the purity of milk and the quality of milk. I want to emphasize on that. Quality of milk is different. The milk standard, the fat standard, the SNF standard, somatic cell count. There are a lot of things which actually differentiate from purity and quality. So we were more onto quality standards, and we did that business. Recently,
Now the progressive farmer, what next?
now I'm into the high-tech agriculture, and now we have one of our biggest shade net in Uttar Pradesh. Normally the units are 1 acres and 2 acres, but I have a single unit of 4 acres
Okay.
of shade net, and we are now growing English cucumber in that.
Okay.
Dairy sector, my experience was very good, although I had few losses in that.
And how good is now the cucumber thing? Is it the only cucumber, or you are growing something else also?
See, right now we are into cucumbers only, and maybe the next season maybe we try to go into the bell pepper
And
capsicum, color capsicums.
and where all are you exporting it to? It's only the market is only Meerut, cannot be.
Again, see, we had a policy shift now. We are not targeting the customer, the household directly. We are selling it in the mandi right now, the Okhla mandi and the Azadpur mandi. It's very close. Like we are not very far off from Delhi. It's hardly
No,
60,
Meerut
70
is just
kilometers.
part of NCR.
NCR.
You have this rapid rail coming, and a lot of things are going to change.
Yeah.
So there will be pressure on the landholders, and farmers are the biggest landholders. How do you foresee that the pressure of Delhi shifting to these fringe towns, Meerut, and all those things? How long will the people be sticking to the farming and not getting into the trap net of big industrialists?
See, Nitish, the core thing is that in society, everybody is looking out for economical growth. That's the only thing. That's the only driving factor right now. When we talk about agriculture, here the things are a little tough. I'm not want to discourage anybody. I'm myself into farming. Why I'm into farming? Because I believe in that. But one has to understand that there is hardship, and that those hardships are there in every industry. If you are doing a business, there are hardship in that also. It's not a cake. But in agriculture, the challenges are different. There are two other factors which matters. One is the productivity, and productivity is 100% on farmer. How you doing your agriculture? What are the practices that you are adopting? Whether you are a scientific farmer or you are a traditional farmer. There's no harm to be a traditional farmer. But if you want to grow, then you need to be a scientific temperament farmer. You have to be very scientific. You have to be very responsible in using insecticide, pesticide, and other things. Because you have a responsibility to feed a nation. So you can't just simply go into a rat race and grow anything at any cost. You have to be very responsible. You have to use the insecticide, pesticide in a very controlled manner. You need to understand the science behind it, and try to use some natural factors also to improve the productivity. So that is there. The other thing which is equally important is the marketing of the agriculture product.
So, Manish ji has actually summed it up. Agriculture is also a business. Think like that. There are issues, there can be challenges. So, you will have to understand not only the agriculture, you will also have to understand the marketing part of it. This, I would say that this is in continuation of a program which I did last year on this National Farmers Day, wherein one of the experts told us that 40% of our farm produce goes waste. This is something that you need to arrest. Anything more that you want to add, Manish ji, because we are running short of time and we'll have to wind it up.
I just have one thing to say to all my farmer friends. Believe in yourself, believe in science, do the best agriculture possible, take the best use of the technologies around you, get the new knowledge, put it into the farm, and make it sure that whatever you are producing, you get the best price. Whether that price come from the government side or you do yourself. Like I always said, whenever I do agriculture, I make sure that I do the marketing of my products. It's not just developing a brand and selling your market is doing the marketing. Selling your price in the right mandi is also a good marketing tactics.
Do you want to add that get one of your sons or daughter into marketing and then bring them back to the farm?
See, my son is running a cafe right now. And we are using the milk that we produce in our dairy farm. We are using the cucumber that we are growing in our farm. We are using the same wheat flour that, the wheat that we are growing in our farm. We are using a wheat flour.
Organic and all.
Organic. So, I'm into organic also. Like I have the biggest organic farm, one of the in Western UP.
So I have to now conclude this with the one thing that all that produce that you have produced in the schools and colleges in the urban, it's time to bring that produce back to the farm. The seeds should be the brains, and then you see that agriculture sector goes places. Thank you so much, Manish ji, for being my guest today.
My pleasure.
You were listening to the weekly program Our Guest that is broadcast every Monday at 9:15 a.m. Don't forget to tune in next week, same day, same time and same frequency for more on Our Guest. Have a nice day.